Good morning. I'm Roly. I'm a custodian of this Woodland in the heart of Derbyshire, and it's video blog 89. I've been a pagan all my life without actually knowing it, but I do remember how my interest began. I remember from a very young age watching my mother practice Hatha yoga. She used to put her legs behind her head and twist her body into all shapes. But I remember how my mum, in and out breath, changed like the air in the room. Mum went on many Buddhist retreats and came back and told me stories of other worlds she visited in meditation. She was also a herbalist and taught my sister and I what plants we could use to heal wounds. At school, other kids would call her a witch, as her hair was longer than Kate Bush, and she would give us her herbal remedies when we were sick. My dad came from a farming background and taught me the ways of the land, how to read the plants and the skies. He was the silent father, except when he was working in his garden. He was a magnet for all the different curious animals. With a combination of all of these experiences, I was a kid who looked out the window at the trees as they swayed in the wind and the branches which caressed and hugged each other. I lived in another world. I spent much of my time alone creating different imaginary characters as I molded people from clay and made dens from fallen branches. My dad taught me how to make a fire safely, and my imagination was set on fire as I watched the flames dance to their own tune. From my from my teenage years, I started to visit a spiritualist church, and I was invited to attend the open and closed circles. This opened my eyes to meditation even further, and the opening of chakras. I started to see and feel things, a world my mum saw. I can't say I was clairvoyant or clairaudient, but I became more receptive. I delved into Buddhism and deeper into spirituality and learnt a great deal of Arthur Findlay College of Spiritualism and Psychic Sciences. For a short time it gave me some satisfaction, but I had a deeper want and yearned for something more spiritual. I craved something which I hadn't found. My first solo holiday at 18 was to Nevada, a walking and horseback riding adventure. It was a pure camping holiday, and our guide was a Navajo Indian. He told stories at night over a campfire, and I watched him every now and then give a salutation to the sun. We met his grandfather, and he told us stories of a bear and an eagle while he beat his shamanic drum. I started to look at the shamanic practice, and my holidays turned to ancient sites full of mystery, lore, and earth. Looking back, a lot of my experiences show me the pagan life, from my holidays watching sun and moon dances, listening to stories and the beat of the drum. But it wasn't until I came into Druidry that my life changed, and I knew I belonged to something greater than myself. I started the Obard course and became more diligent in my focus on learning, and being involved with order, at least a small woodland to practice and be immersed myself in nature. I experienced the indescribable and learned to listen to the wind. In the woodland I started a seed grove, as I'm not a fully fledged druid, and I invite others once a month to join me for a vegetarian chili, a drum, a fireside chat, and a night of storytelling by the fire. I became more eclectic and less concentrated on one tradition. I tried to merge my shamanic interest with druidry and the craft. I see the similarities, and by doing so, I have made me who I am today. I recently had a pull to go to a Christian church, but I knew my heart resides with Mother Earth and Father Sky. And I look out into the horizon now, and the sun is coming through the trees, so warm on this cold day. So I can hear breakfast is calling. The spit of bacon and egg, the spit of sausage and tomato. Everything what a good, healthy man should be delving into. So, with that note, thank you so much for listening to a bit about my life, really. So, I do hope to see you again